unbelievable amount of effects with this one trick. This pen will add rare abilities to your everyday magic routine. And now, with the help of this pen, you can erase ink from any surface anywhere, transport ink, and also turn it into any inscription. You can appear any small object just by drawing it on your hands or on the audience. And possibly balancing this pen right on your fingertip. And this pen will also include a card prediction that will add a uniqueness to your card routines. And just for you, inside there is also a bonus. It has a stylish design. It's always with you. It can be examined. The kit includes 2 pens. One has the card image and the second has special ink. Or you can use all the effects in one pen. Wherever you are, at school, in the office, or on the street, you are always ready to amaze. Hello everyone, my name is Vasil Antonia. Thank you for purchasing this product that is called Wow Ink. I hope you like it. Let's look what's inside. In the set, you will have 2 pens. One will have special ink, in which we will talk about a bit later. On the second, you will have a prediction card, in which you can always have with you, and you can make appear anytime you want. On the bottom of this pen, it is a normal pen. Additionally, you will have extra string inside the set. So let's look at the first effect. And here look, and now, here is how the first effect looks like. You can make vanishing ink in any platform. On your shirt, on paper, on business cards, on money, anywhere you can invent. It all just depends on your fantasy. Let's look at how it's possible. What you need to do is with your index finger, you have to catch the corner of the string, press down, and make a line. And your job is to make sure that while you are making the line, that the pen does not move side to side, so as straight as possible. And also, press down as hard as you can with the pen so you do not make a shadow on the paper and do not lift it. Because if you make it a bit higher, you already see a shadow and you will open the secret. So it's recommended to do it quickly as possible. And after you do it, make sure to show that it disappeared. And while doing that, you show the paper is empty and you take your attention away from the pen. After you learn how to do the first effect, then you can move on to the second effect that looks like this. To learn how to do this effect, you will need to prepare a little bit. With your normal pen, you'll have to draw a straight line. With the ruler, you have to take the normal pen and draw a straight line that matches the length of the string. And you have to draw a line that can match the length of your finger so you can hide it quickly. And when you draw this line, make sure it's easy to hide it behind your finger. After you have done this, you will take the special ink pen and do the same technique as you did before in the first effect, and make sure that the line that you make with the special ink matches the line with the paper. Make the line, move it down in a circular motion, Make sure when you move it in a circular motion that the length of the string does not change, that it stays the same. When you reach the end, the pen goes under the finger and you let go of the index finger. And you do this at the exact same time when you move it to the side, making it appear on the paper. It has to look like this. And then you have to show it on the paper that it does not come off. Then you move the pen off to your pocket, and then you hand it off to the audience to make sure that it does not come off, taking the attention off the pen. If the audience asks to see the pen, you grab the other pen that is normal out of your pocket and you hand it to them, hiding the Wow ink pen. Next effect. You can make appear their card on your finger. You can use any card force to do this effect. In this example, you force the 3 of diamonds. And the setup looks like this. With the normal pen, you draw any card you want that you will force. Then with the special Wow ink pen, you grab the knot on it. You grab the knot on the pen, and in this position the card is not seen. There are 2 ways you can do this effect. You can draw the line and then move it back toward the thumb, making it appear, and then show that it does not come off, so making it come back and then making it appear on your thumb. Or you can make the line stop, press down on the pen on your finger, not too hard though, and then slowly moving your thumb toward the pen. If you press too hard, then the string will pop out of the pen, showing off the secret. So make sure that you do not press too hard, but not too soft. While moving your thumb toward the pen, you bring it all the way to the pen, releasing it slowly. Then you start to rub your index and your thumb together, magically making the card appear. By doing this, what you're showing that the line magically appeared onto your thumb and transformed into their card. Another way to make it appear on your fingers is like this. How to do this? We do the same thing as before, except we put the suit on the index and the number or the letter on the thumb, and we cover them on top of each other. And now we do the same line, but this time we do it a bit differently. You can either let go, making the string pull inside, making them appear as you move them at the exact same time, or you can move your hand forward, making them appear, while the pen hand stays in place. And then we move the fingers away from each other, making the appearance. Additionally, with this pen, you can make any small object appear that is in the same color zone. For example, one example is like this. So let's look at this lesson. To do this effect, you will need a ring that is recommended to be black. The ring we hide right behind the ring finger, that is in this palming, or in the middle finger, same palming position. Whatever way is more comfortable for you. After that, we take the pen in the most natural position, like this. So no one thinks that you have a ring hidden behind your finger. Then with the thumb, we press down on the string on the index finger. Then with the thumb, we press down on the special Wow ink. And if you press too low on your index finger, you will hit the soft part of your finger, which will create a dent in your skin. It does not make illusion that you drew a line around your finger. And so we do this on your knuckle finger. And so this creates a maximum amount of effect that you drew it on your finger without any dents. And so the ring is behind the ring finger in the other hand. And so we put it on. And so we either put it on right away, let go, and then we show it's on, or we re-grab it with the thumb, put it on, and then make it appear, either slowly or quickly. The goal is to put the ring where you put the special WOW ink string. And so, let go of the string, put on the ring, stop, and then make the ring appear, making the effect that the line became the ring. Then you take it off, put it on the other hand, continue your magic with your ring. Additionally, you can also draw another effect by squeezing the knot between your middle finger and your index. Squeezing the knot between the middle finger and the index, trace the string halfway around the index, then turn your hand and finish tracing a full 360. Then grip the pen on the ring finger on your palm. The next effect you can do is by taking the knot, placing it between the middle finger and the index, then tracing halfway around the index, turning your hand, letting go of the knot, re-gripping with your thumb and index, and finish tracing all the way to your middle finger. Then you re-grip the pen underneath your palm, between your middle finger, ring finger, and your palm, and hold it. Another variation is we could put the string all the way 360 around the index and fixate the string without having any fingers holding on. And so this is done like this. And we can do this by taking the knot and squeezing between the thumb and the index, making a full 360, and lapping it again over, making it hold on around the index. The knot pushes against the string, and then it does not slip off. And then we can make this type of appear, where we can make the ring appear like this. This effect, though, is very angle sensitive. And then take off the ring. And it makes it look even more visual. And so, put on the string, fixate it, take the ring, put it in this position, and we just put it on, let go of the string, and then we make it look like it appeared from all angles. And here are some different variations of making the ring appear. Next example is like this. And so after you make the poker chip appear, you have now the possibility of continuing your routine with your poker chip. This pen demonstrates a way of presenting your prop that you're going to use. And so, how to make the poker chip appear? The great thing about this effect is that you can make it appear right on the audience's hands. And so you do the natural coin palm, and now the hand looks maximum natural. And so there are two ways you can make it appear. One way is by grabbing it with the big thumb, but not the edge of the thumb, but in the middle of the thumb, the hard part of the thumb. Because this will make it easier for you to hold on to the string and feel it, like this. You hold on to it, you make a line. Make sure when you draw on your palm that you do not collapse your palm, making a shadow. Make sure your palm is straight, and so the line looks like it appeared on your palm. To do this, extend your palm to your maximum extent, and then draw the line. And now, draw the line, hold the poker chip in your right hand, and now you have to let go of the line and throw out the poker chip. And make sure when doing this effect that the poker chip falls right on the line where it appeared to make this effect as strong as possible. And just where the line disappears, the poker chip appears. Another variation is that you can make the line and then cover your hand over the line, dropping the poker chip. And so when your hand closes the line, you drop the poker chip, and then you continue the motion with your other hand. Make sure your hand does not make any rough movements. And so when the attention is on the line, you can throw it out and move your hand back. But in this position, your hand has to be as natural as possible and beautiful. Additionally, with the audience hand, and so when you have your audience's hand, move their hand up and down just so they can get used to the emotion that you have control. After that, your big thumb will naturally be in this position, and you do the same motion as you did before, and so you press down with your thumb on the knot, make the line, making the hand as straight as possible, and then tossing out the poker chip. And tossing out the poker chip, making sure that the object does not fall off. Additionally, you can make any other object appear. That comes into your head. AirPods, different balls, sponges, coins, anything. There's so many different possibilities. It's all what you come up with. Another variation is that you can do this. You can make a marker appear, a pen, a cigarette, or a cocktail straw. How to do this? We all know the classic appearance of anything out of the mouth. The pen we hold in this position, and with the other pen, we grab the knots with our teeth. Make sure that when you do this, your teeth are not seen. We cover our teeth with our lips. It creates a non-expecting effect for the audience. Here's another effect for a restaurant. And here is how it looks. Okay, here's how it's done. To do this effect, you will need to take a toothpick and draw one side black with a marker. One side only. The toothpick we hide behind our hand with the bright side toward us. We draw the line. The line disappears. And we act like we take the line from our lip and we rip it off and we make it appear into a toothpick. After that, you can change into a normal pen. After that, you put away your pen and you can make a normal toothpick appear and give for examination. This is one of my favorite effects. This is how it looks. How do I do this? Open the pen, grab the knot right where we drew on our hand, where it's the tough part of the thumb. Then we trace it upwards on the index, all the way to the end, onto the nail tip. But we do this going upwards against the audience view. As we reach the top of our finger, we put our pen in this position. We have to put after we reach the top of our index, we have to put the pen in the position where the elastic falls between the nail and the skin. This will make sure that the pen is balanced and does not slip off and fall. Make sure it's not too far back and not too much forward. Just right in the middle where you can feel it coming off and it feels balanced. And do not rush letting go with the other hand. This is a magical effect, so you have to sell it. You have to make sure that it's also balanced and that it will not fall off. So then you hold it, let go, and then you could actually spin it toward the audience. Left, right. In the back it looks like this. Do not show this to the audience. Not yet. To make the illusion that in 360, that on your finger there is nothing, when you turn it to your left and right, and when you turn it all the way to the 360 to show the side with the gimmick, you have to grab it from the front, let go of the string in the back, and turn, taking it off, and show that there's nothing on your hand, showing all your attention on that hand, not on the pen. To make this effect as clean as possible, you can open the effect, take out the knot, and close the pen back, and close the pen again. Either you can have it turned on, grab the knot, and when you start to pull it, close it, and do the same effect. Then it shows that there's nothing and that it's floating in midair. Another way of doing this is halfway pressing, grabbing the knot, and letting go again, never actually opening and closing the pen. Another variation is that you can actually hold the pen closed, press a little tiny bit, don't actually open it all the way, just enough to grab the knot, then let go. That's just enough for you to just see it a tiny bit, grab it, and let go again. Grab it, let go. And we do this to ourselves, feeling that it will not fall off, then let go, show it. Show this direction, not actually straight, but not all the way profile, but a tiny bit toward the audience, just so they don't see the string. And then we either take it off like this, but it is important that you take off the string at the exact same time so the audience doesn't see anything. And keep in attention that the string does make a little sound when you let go. And you have to pull up and let go at the exact same time. Then you will not hear any unusual sounds. Or you can turn, you can grab it, let go. You can grab the pen, let go, and then you turn all the way around, and then you can slowly let go, and then you can show your hand all 360 degrees when it was balancing on your hand. Also on the pen, you will have a card prediction that you can make it appear like this. Additionally, you will have a card prediction on your pen that you can make appear, and right after, hand off to check. They can check inside, anywhere, they can make sure it writes and it's a normal pen. And in doing this trick, you will have to find a force that you can do. To do this trick, you'll need to buy a dry erase marker from any store. This marker you can write on your skin or on the pen. Make your hands a little bit wet, and it comes right off. It comes off very easily. You do the same thing on the pen. You color in the index of the cards, making them not visible in the audience. Making them not visible for the audience. This can sit inside your pocket, anywhere you can imagine. You can make it appear inside your jacket pocket like this. It makes an illusion that a card appears that you can give off to the audience and they can actually check and make sure it's real. A few details. Make your hands a tiny bit wet. And to make it easier to come off, you press down. You can twist your thumb a tiny bit. Then you press up by pressing your middle finger on top and running your thumb up. Then you run up, and if it doesn't finish, then you run up. If it does not finish coming off all the way, you just run your thumb a few more times and it will come off. Then it appears. What are some variations you can do this? You can give the audience this normal pen, and you hold the pen, and you hold the card prediction toward yourself. You put it like this. You give them the King of Hearts, for example. They memorize the card, and you ask them to write it down on a piece of paper. They turn on the pen and they write it down. And they don't even realize that they're writing with the prediction right in their hand. If they notice the King of Hearts, for example, on the pen, then the effect becomes even more stronger because while they're writing it appears right on top of the pen. Because the pen was on the table the whole entire time. or they notice it's on the pen, or they write it down on the piece of paper, and you do the whole entire effect, and now you have to find a way to get their attention on the pen. And now when you tell them that with the pen that they've been writing, there has been a hint the whole entire time that the card that they have been thinking of is on the pen, when they realize that it's on the pen, he understands that the whole entire time the pen had a prediction on it that you could not change. And for the rest of the audience, the King of Hearts or any card that was written on the piece of paper makes it even more magical, since he wrote it down. And if none of them actually saw the card, they saw him write it down and then they saw it on the pen. For the beginning, you will have to color in the prediction so it's not seen, and so it looks exactly like the other pen with the special wow ink. We hide it in our back pocket. You do any effect that you like that will create a routine. For example, the ring. And so we use this pen with the string. We make the ring appear. We put the pen away. Then we show some tricks with the ring. And then after that, we take the pen and after that we bring the pen back with the normal pen and the prediction. And now we're ready for the next effect with the cards. And so if they have any concerns about the pen being gimmicked, you have a way of showing that it is a normal pen in a natural way without any concerns. Bring out the deck of cards, force the card we want, make it appear on the pen, like this. And after this, the pen can be checked from the prediction, from inside the pen, from all angles. Or create any other effects that will be even better.
Итак, переходим к бонусным эффектам.
The first effect looks like this. So let's learn how to do this. In the beginning, you will have to learn how to do this. It's called a snap change. And so when we snap our fingers, the front card goes into a palming position. And after you learn how to do this change, you can add the special wow ink pen. And so it will look like this. It will make it look even more visual, because it looks like you are drawing on a blank card, and you can either, and while drawing the line, you can make the card appear while you let go of the string. Either you can draw the line, changing the card while letting go of the string, making the card appear, or you can make the line appear, making sure that the cards do not come apart. This is a hard portion of the trick. Grab the middle finger with the knot, stop when you reach the end, and then make the change. This could be the audience's card. Another bonus trick you can do looks like this. You can take a toothpick, or you can take a cocktail stick, for example, because these objects are light. And you can make an effect that this pen can actually make any object fly away. And with the big thumb, you will have to stop the string a little less than halfway. Now I feel the knot with my thumb. If I let go of my thumb now, then the string will pull forwards, making anything in front of it shoot. I put the pen toward the object, but not on top of the object, but a little bit back. And when I do this, then I place the pen next to the object, not too close, but a little bit of a distance. Then with my other hand, I make a gun effect, and at the same time I let go of the string. And on the table, it shoots fairly far. Or this can be a cocktail straw that can be even better seen and visual. But make sure that the straw is straight so it can roll. So you could either on your hand if there's no table, or on the table, which will look better, because then the distance will be seen much better. You could do this next effect with the other pen. Make it first balance on your hand, then let go,
когда вам нужно,
And when you need to, just let go of the string.
якобы отмагнитить.
And it makes it look like it was first magnetic and then unmagnetized from the pen.
Натягиваем резинку.
So how to do this effect?
Мы не
We
тут
pull the string the same way toward the top of the pen,
вот в этом положении.
and we put it in this position,
За счет
pressing the
того,
big thumb
тут
on
зазор.
that place.
Зазор
This is important because it creates a gap
одеть вторую
with the string and the pen, so you can put the other pen on top. Now you hook the other pen on the string,
Да, вот это немножко тяжело.
like this, putting it on the string.
Проще.
With our marker, it's a tiny bit easier. Feeling that it will not go anywhere,
Чувствуем, что она
then you can make it look like you're first balancing it,
мы можем сделать
even
так,
like
чтобы
that,
сначала она так
then
балансировала.
letting go, showing it looks like it is magnetic, then moving it downwards, making it slide down.
Создается иллюзия, что она примагнитилась.
Then let go of the string, and the string will fly off and the pen will fall down.
Опускаем резинку, резинка улетает, и ручка падает.
We could also do this with the wow pen closed.
То есть натянуть,
And so we pull it,
резинку,
close the pen,
выключить,
and do the same thing.
зафиксировать, одеть,
Make sure that
якобы
you're
она
making
вот
it look like it's becoming magnetic.
примагничивается.
Snap and fall.
Она падает. Еще один бонусный
Another bonus effect is the pen
это перемещение
transferring from one spot to the
по
next.
столу. То есть
So this creates an illusion that the pen transfers from one place to the next. And if the table is slippery, then it will slide even more further.
скользить,
To do this effect, you'll have to grab the knot with the thumb and the index,
захватываем резинку левой рукой, узелок
turn it the same way,
указательным пальцем, поворачиваем
and with the
вот так,
we grab the knot with the thumb and the index finger,
этой рукой
bring it upwards as before, and we always hold the knot.
давить на ручку, чтобы она была зафиксирована. Если я подниму сейчас
And with this hand, we press down on the pen,
резинку и не буду
and
отпускать
so it is stable on the table and won't move. If I do not let go of the knot at the right moment, then the pen will do
два
this.
движения
To do this effect, it is important
одновременно. То есть вам
to
нужно
do these
поднять,
two movements
тем самым
step by step, not at the same time.
ослабив давление
And so, to do this, you will have to lift up,
Тогда
letting go of the pen, making it fly forward, and then letting go of the string. And then it will fly forward.
чем больше
In this case, it will fly forward. And the bigger distance of the table, the further it will go.
железа, тем лучше будет казаться.
And the bigger effect there will be.
Нужно немножко
If you
потренироваться.
practice, it will
Это
work.
достаточно.
And it will go further and further.
Еще одна небольшая идея.
Another great effect is on your phone by drawing a line on it. And it stays on the phone.
Она становится в телефоне.
This type of effect.
Такой эффект.
Now we choose a type of marker or pen we would like to use on our phone. And the
Выбираем
color.
карандаш, какой нам больше
So
нравится
like
цвет.
this.
То есть
Any type of style like this.
любые варианты. Допустим, вот так можно нарисовать.
Then
На-
we
на-
press
нажимаем
on the
вот
back
здесь
button
назад.
on top of our
Если
phone.
нажмем вперед, то оно возвращается.
And if we press forward on our phone, then the image will come back. So this is our little preset. So now we grab the knot between our thumb and the case of the phone.
То мы можем
Because if we do this right on the screen of the phone, then we might create an image on the phone that will ruin the effect. This effect will be ruined then.
допустим, проводим
And
ровно.
so we make a straight line,
Нажимаем
we
назад.
press back,
Всё.
we grab the knot,
Проводим линию максимально
we make the
ровно.
line as straight as possible all the way to that location of the edge of the phone, on the ends of the phone.
Средним пальцем могли нажать
And so we grab the knot and make a line as straight as possible all the way to the other end of the phone.
и одновременно
And when we reach
нажимаем
there,
и отпускаем
we
резинку.
press the button that makes the other image appear and let go of the
Мы
knot.
только что провели, преобразовалась телефон внутри.
So,
То есть мы можем нарисовать такую линию.
and so we make the line and at the same time let go of the string and press the forward button.
Цвет.
And it makes an illusion the line we just drew on top of our phone appears inside the phone. And so we could also draw this type of line. We could also change the color if we want. And so after that, you can actually, and so from here, you can experiment, making cards appear. It is important to not let go of your finger when drawing on the screen.
Допустим, вот так. Сейчас она красная. Лучше, конечно, черную. Все, и появляется карта зрителя.
Another way you can actually do balance is not only on your finger. You can make it balance anywhere you can think of.
Вы можете делать баланс не только на
You can make it balance like on the phone, for example.
пальце, например, на телефоне.
Also, the pen can move. And this can actually be the audience's phone. And the most interesting, when we do this effect, we grab the knots with our big thumb and pull all the way up to the top of the phone, over the phone, feeling that it will not fall off. If we need to, we can feel with our left hand to make sure that it is balanced and that it will not slide off. And so if we let go a tiny bit, then the pen will go down. And if we go up, then it'll go up. And so by doing this, we actually can create a moving motion. And from the front view, it makes the hand look as natural as possible, as we always hold our phone. And it gives no reason for the audience to be suspicious, since this is a natural position and the pen is moving. From the back, it looks like this. Additionally, with this magic trick, you can actually film the audience's reaction. And by doing this, it will give them no reason to be suspicious. And so you could also film on their phone. And leave them a little bit of a memory or souvenir and a little unusual video. And so it will look like this. And you can leave a little bit of a memory for yourself or for the audience. And it's a great reaction. And it's a great little bonus. So let's learn how to change the string. Inside the complex, you will have a set of string that will be enough for you to change it at least 10 times. And so we will take apart the pen. And from this side, we will put on the string from the ending of the string through the tubing. And it should fit perfectly, so you do not need any needles or anything to fit it through. And so we just put it through like this until we don't see it through the other end. Like this. And so now we have to fixate the string from this side of the tube. This is how we could do it. We could take a toothpick and as strongly as possible, press down so it does not go anywhere and is stuck. And with scissors, we can cut the toothpick, and by doing this, it will be stuck, and we can cut with scissors, leaving a tiny bit so we can take it out next time. And now, the string is fixated from this side of the string. And plus, we will have a toothpick which, in time, the string, and the great thing about a toothpick is that we can reset the string's length as it gets more looser by just taking it out, pulling the string more in, and placing the toothpick back in. You can do this 2-3 times before changing for a new one. The only bad part about a toothpick is that sometimes it gets stuck in the end of the pen. This can sometimes be a little bit of a negative using a toothpick. Another way instead of using a toothpick is by using Scotch tape. You can use any color Scotch because it will be inside the pen and no one will see that. And so we pull it in like this and we wrap it around the tubing. 2-3 times. We wrap it around 2-3 times. Then we cut it off with scissors. And now the pen is fixated from this side of the tube. And now we cut this much of the string just because it will get more and more used and get more and more stretched. And we cut this much extra string just as it gets more elastic and so we can make the knots. To make the knots, we have to make 5 or 6. We pull We pull the string and make the knots, and we can control where they're going to be. So the string can be stretched and knots relaxed. We do this as many times as it takes, so the length of the string does not go inside the tubing. And so it is fixated correctly. I made 3 knots in 3 separate locations now. And we make the knots bigger and bigger to the and I add the knots to the one that is closest to the tubing. And in this example, it will be this knot. Okay, so now we see that it will not go anywhere and it is fixated in this position. And now you can add 2-3 more knots just in case. This will make it additionally easier for you to feel the knots when trying to take them during your performances. I'll even make one more. Another thing about the Scotch tape is it does make it harder to take it apart and pull up the string to make it more elastic. But that's just a little detail. And so just in case of that situation, you can make the knots a bit lower. And so when the string gets more and more elastic and stretched, it takes a little bit more and more time for it to go back into its natural position. If this does happen, you just have to pull it out and make another knot, or open the whole entire pen and take out the Scotch and pull it in a bit. Then you just have to cut off the remaining and it'll be as new. It pulls out good. After that, we put on the spring, put it inside the pen, and close it. Close the pen. And after that, we put on the spring and close the pen. And now our pen is ready to be used again. Thank you so much for purchasing this prop. I hope you enjoy it and that you use it every day. I would love to additionally say thank you to my teacher, Alexey Titarenko, who a long time ago gave me a cheap basic pen that had a string in it. And he used to go around scaring and surprising people by making ink appear on clothes, papers, anywhere, on passports even. And he gave me this pen, and all these ideas came to my head that motivated me to make these effects. If you want to say thank you, you can always contact me through my Instagram. And if you create any new effects, please send them over to me. I would love to see what you guys have created. Okay, well that is it. My name is Vasil Antonia. This was the teaching for the pen Wow ink. Till next time.